Well, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reportedly promising Jordan's King Abdullah II that the status quo at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, known as the Temple Mount to Jews, will not be changed. Netanyahu reportedly making that commitment more than once during the hours-long visit, and also giving assurances that Israel would protect the authority of the Islamic Waqf. Now, that's the Jordanian-appointed council that administers the holy sites. On Tuesday, Netanyahu flew to Jordan for his first trip abroad as premier to meet with the Jordanian king in their first sit-down in over 4 years. A diplomatic source says that those talks went well, despite the rocky relationship between the two leaders. Let's bring in Rafael Yerushalmi, a former senior intelligence officer in the IDF and a security analyst, joining us live in studio. Good morning to you. The two leaders have had a diplomatic spat for years. In fact, their relationship didn't even exist not too long ago. It was at its worst. And you'll remember just last month, the king sitting down with CNN saying that should the status quo be changed, Jordan would be ready to fight. So talk to us about their visit, how they're trying to mend relationships while there is a security situation looming in the background.
Right. So, first of all, there was a little improvement in the relations between the two countries during the Naftali Bennett-Lapid government. As soon as Benjamin Netanyahu came back into power, he had to make amends and improve the relations, personal. Actually, it was something a little personal between the two. So this seems to have abated, and also there was a little of kind of a provocation from one of the members of Netanyahu's new government when he went up the Temple Mount, that angered the King of Jordan. King of Jordan was very outspoken about it, so it was high time to cool things down and to avoid further developments, because soon enough in March the Ramadan will start, and as soon as Ramadan starts, and then it will be followed by the Easter, Pesach, Jewish holidays. All these holidays are very hot moments during the year where we should avoid any tensions, so it was high time to do this visit. There's also some kind of disquietment on the part of the King of Jordan in the light of the Abraham Accords. The fact that the Israelis are flirting with the Saudis disquiets the King of Jordan, because we know that the Saudis would like to have an oversight, an overview of the holy sites in Jerusalem. They threaten the position of Jordan as the guardian of the holy sites in Jerusalem. So this also disquiets King Abdullah, who will probably try to get some reassurances from Joe Biden and his administration when he visits the United States.
Well, Netanyahu's right-wing and religious government was a concern for Jordan coming in, as it is the most right-wing in Israel's history. Now, King Abdullah is going to Washington at the end of the month to talk to senior Biden administration officials about the issue of Jerusalem, about the security surrounding these holy sites. What kind of answers do you think he's looking for?
He will get a very attentive ear. I think he's rightfully disquieted by this very extreme right government now in Israel. On the other hand, I think he may believe the assurances of Benjamin Netanyahu that the holy site will remain under the status quo that is in existence now. Not only that, there might be even an improvement in the fact that the Waqf, which is the religious authority on the Temple Mount, might have even more of a control of what is going on the Temple Mount, including the private guards, the private security of the Waqf, who would ensure the security in and around the mosque itself. The Israeli police only ensuring the security of the perimeter around Al-Aqsa, which would be, I think, very good for relieving the tensions, because if the demonstrators that would come up to Al-Aqsa would have in front of them the security of the Waqf, then I don't think they will have the same behavior as if it's the Israeli police. This has been discussed between Ron and Bar, the chief of the Shin Bet, the internal counter-spy security establishment of Israel, and his counterpart Ahmed Oxni, who is the chief of Jordanian intelligence. They have discussed all these possibilities, because apart from the politics, I shall conclude by saying that there is a very good relationship between the two security establishments. They work hand in hand to avoid these kind of tensions, and hand in hand also with the security of the Palestinian Authority. None of these parties, Palestinians, Jordanians, Israelis, are interested in these tensions on Temple Mount. The only one who would like this thing to happen is Hamas or the Islamic Jihad.